Welcome to Smart Freight Network. Let's go to our Chapter 3, Why Most Trucking Companies Stay Unprofitable. What if I told you that many trucking companies don't fail because of fuel prices, they don't fail because of regulations, and they don't fail because there aren't enough loads available? The shocking reality is that thousands of trucking companies are busy every single day, trucks are moving, drivers are working, loads are being delivered, yet the company is barely making money. Some are actually losing money while believing they're profitable, and that's exactly why so many fleets disappear within a few years. In today's video, we're going to uncover the real reasons why most trucking companies stay unprofitable. We'll look at the hidden mistakes that drain cash, the metrics successful fleets track every week, and what profitable carriers do differently. If you're an owner-operator, fleet owner, dispatcher, or someone thinking about entering the trucking industry, this information could save you thousands of dollars. Let's get started. Section 1. The biggest myth in trucking. The biggest myth in trucking is simple. More trucks equals more profit. Many fleet owners buy a second truck, then a third, then a fifth. Revenue increases. The company looks bigger. Everyone assumes the business is growing. But profit doesn't always grow with revenue. In fact, many trucking companies become less profitable as they expand. Why? Because every truck creates new expenses: maintenance, insurance, driver management, compliance, fuel, breakdowns, administrative costs. The owner becomes focused on keeping trucks moving instead of making sure those trucks are generating healthy margins. A company can generate $2 million in annual revenue and still struggle to pay bills. Revenue impresses people. Profit pays the bills. The most successful fleet owners understand this difference better than anyone. Section 2. They don't know their numbers. One of the fastest ways to lose money in trucking is not knowing your numbers. Ask many fleet owners, what is your cost per mile? And surprisingly, they don't know, or they estimate. That is dangerous. Imagine accepting a load without knowing whether it's profitable. It happens every day. Successful companies know cost per mile, revenue per mile, fuel cost per mile, maintenance cost per mile, driver cost per mile, profit margin per truck. They track these numbers constantly. Without data, every load becomes a guess, and businesses don't survive on guesses, they survive on numbers. The companies making the most money aren't always the companies hauling the most freight. They're the companies making decisions based on accurate financial data. Section 3. Low-rate freight trap. Another reason many trucking companies stay unprofitable is what I call the low-rate freight trap. A truck is sitting. The owner becomes nervous. Bills are due. The dispatcher finds a cheap load. The owner says, "At least the truck is moving." But here's the problem. A bad load can be worse than no load. If fuel, driver wages, maintenance, depreciation, insurance, and overhead exceed the revenue generated by that load, the truck is actually losing money. Many fleets become addicted to keeping trucks moving at all costs. Profitable fleets focus on keeping trucks moving profitably. There is a huge difference. Smart companies are willing to reject freight that doesn't meet their minimum requirements. They understand that every mile should contribute to profitability. Not just activity. Activity is not profit. Movement is not profit. Revenue is not profit. Profit is profit. Section 4. Poor fuel management. Fuel is one of the largest expenses in trucking, yet many companies manage it poorly. Drivers may fuel wherever they want. Routes may be inefficient. Idle time goes unchecked. Fuel discounts aren't optimized. The result? Thousands of dollars disappear every month. Top-performing fleets monitor fuel efficiency obsessively. They track MPG by truck, fuel purchases, route efficiency, idle time, driver behavior. A 1 mile per gallon improvement across a fleet can translate into enormous annual savings. The difference between a profitable fleet and an unprofitable one is often hidden inside small operational details, and fuel management is one of the biggest. Section 5. Breakdowns are destroying profits. Most fleet owners view maintenance as an expense. Profitable fleet owners view maintenance as an investment. There is a massive difference. When maintenance is delayed, eventually something breaks, and breakdowns are expensive, not just because of repair costs, but because of lost revenue. A truck sitting in a repair shop isn't generating income. The customer may become unhappy. Future loads may be lost. The driver may become frustrated. Everything becomes more expensive. Preventive maintenance may seem costly today, but emergency repairs are almost always more expensive tomorrow. The fleets that consistently make money treat maintenance as part of their profit strategy, not as an inconvenience. Section 6. The owner becomes the bottleneck. Here's a problem that almost nobody talks about. Many trucking companies stay small because the owner tries to do everything: dispatching, hiring, accounting, safety, customer service, compliance, operations, everything. At first this works, but eventually the business hits a ceiling. The owner becomes overwhelmed. Mistakes increase. Growth slows down. Profit suffers. The most successful trucking businesses build systems. They create processes. They delegate responsibilities. They use technology. And increasingly, they use artificial intelligence. The goal is not to work harder. The goal is to build a business that can operate efficiently without depending on one person for every decision. Section 7. Profitable companies think differently. The most profitable trucking companies share several common traits. They know their numbers. They monitor costs relentlessly. They avoid low-profit freight. They invest in maintenance. They use technology. They build systems. And perhaps most importantly, they think long-term. Many struggling fleets focus on surviving the next week. Profitable fleets focus on where they'll be in the next 5 years. Every decision is evaluated through the lens of profitability and sustainability. That's why they continue growing while others disappear. So why do most trucking companies stay unprofitable? Because they're measuring the wrong things. They're chasing revenue instead of profit. They're accepting bad freight. They're ignoring data. They're underestimating costs. And they're running businesses without systems. The good news is that every one of these problems can be fixed. Profitability isn't luck. It's the result of disciplined decisions repeated over time. If you found this video valuable, hit the like button and subscribe for more trucking business, fleet management, AI, dispatching, and profit optimization content. And tell me in the comments, what do you think is the biggest reason trucking companies struggle to make money today? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.